So you're thinking of moving right here to Spring, Texas or Klein, Texas. Well, that's perfect because today's video, we're going on a map tour. I'm gonna hop into my computer and I'm gonna show you around. I'm gonna tell you everything that you could possibly wanna know about living in Spring, Texas or living in Klein, Texas. We're gonna show you what the commute would look like to downtown, either for work or maybe a ball game. We're gonna show you where the airports are located, and we're gonna talk to you just about the overall feel of the area. We're gonna show you the amenities. So hopefully by the end of today's video, you'll have a really good sense of whether or not Spring, Texas or Klein, Texas are the right fit for you and your family. So let's get after it right now. So if this is your first time to check out our channel, then go ahead and subscribe. Tap the bell for notifications. That way you can be the first to know about everything going on right here in Houston. My name's Ferris, and our team gets calls and texts and emails every single day from people just like you that are watching our videos online, trying to figure out if Houston's the right fit for them. So if that's you, don't be shy. Give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. That way we can help you make a smooth move right here to Houston, Texas. Now, I'm gonna dive straight into the map. As promised, we're doing a map tour of the Spring and Klein area. So as you can see right here, we'll actually start with Klein. If we zoom out, here's Houston. You've got a couple loops around Houston. You've got the inner loop, you work your way out, you've got Beltway 8, and then all the way out here, you've got this newer loop that's a tollway called Highway 99. So Klein and Spring are both gonna be directly north of Houston up along I-45. Now, Spring is gonna be on the east side of the freeway primarily, and then Klein is gonna be over here on the west side. Now, as a whole, I would say Klein is a larger area than Spring, and so we'll check out Klein first. So the thing that makes Klein pretty unique is, I will say it's a big area that's in between a bunch of freeways, but once you get in here, there's a lot of really cool, really nice neighborhoods with tons of shopping where you really don't need access to those freeways to go anywhere unless you are commuting to downtown. So Klein's got a rich history. It's really got a really well-established set of just really nice older communities, homes built in the 60s, 70s, 80s, some really cool estate neighborhoods in there. But overall, Klein's a really nice area. Here, let me show you kind of how Klein is set up. So the lowest portion of Klein is really split off by this creek right here. This is Cypress Creek. It runs right along Cypress Wood. Once you get down here a little closer into Houston, 1960 really isn't considered Klein. It really is kind of the 1960 area. And then up along here, you've got Highway 99, and that's the top border of the Klein area. And so, so these are kind of the boundaries. And if you look over here, you've got Highway 249, which is all the way on the west side. And 249, what that does, that's the natural divider that divides Klein from Cypress. And so Cypress is a massive area on the map. It kind of covers this whole chunk I'm circling right here. So Klein's right in here, and then let's check out Spring really quick. So Spring, Texas, when you type it in on Google Maps, it's actually gonna show you the outline of it. So you can see right here outlined, you've got Spring. As I said, most of it is on the east side of the freeway. Now, this is confusing for a lot of people that aren't new to the area. So the Woodlands and Klein, all of them actually in their Google addresses will say Spring, Texas. And I don't know the exact reason why. I think that it probably has to do with how the areas were annexed. But you're gonna see, if you have an address in Klein, it's gonna say Spring, Texas, or a lot of people that live in the Woodlands or clients that are looking for homes in the Woodlands will send them to me and they're like, whoa, this home's in Spring. And I'm like, no, it's not. The Woodlands is a township, so it kind of shares the Spring address. So anyways, Spring proper is this area right here. Spring's a great area. It's an older area. I would say that it definitely offers some affordable housing options that are in really close proximity to the Woodlands. And so you've got tons of amazing amenities over here in the Woodlands, and you're just a few short minutes drive right along I-45. And you're also really not that far outside of Houston. So if we wanted to do directions from Spring, Texas to, let's just plug in downtown Houston. So Spring to downtown Houston, under 30 minutes if you take the tollway. The freeway could be a little bit longer with traffic, about 36 minutes right now. And right now I'm filming this at 4 p.m. on a Tuesday. So there you have it. Now, if we go back to Klein, the one thing I will say about Klein is if you live right in the middle of Klein and you're not right next to a freeway, it can take quite a while to get over to the freeways. So let me plug in Spring to Klein, Texas. So you can see right here, it's about 15 minutes just to get to the freeway. So it's gonna add to your commute if you're living in Klein and you're wanting to commute down into Houston. So from Klein, for example, to downtown Houston, you're looking at a little bit longer commute, 45 minutes. If we reverse it, when you go back down in, 42 minutes. So even though Klein is closer in on the map, because of the freeway situation here, it actually is, I mean, you could live in Conroe all the way up here and get down to Houston just as fast as if you live in Klein. So I would say one of the pros to living in the Klein area is all of these roads right here, Louetta and Cypresswood, they are, in 2920, Spring Stubner, they have, it's like an endless strip center. So there are literally every single street corner's a shopping center, a grocery store, a gas station, and it's kind of endless. So from I-45 all the way to 290, it's constant shopping centers. So you don't have to leave this area, as I mentioned, but it is a little bit landlocked. So I would say that's really the only downside to Klein. The schools are really great in Klein. They're highly rated. And there are a ton of Klein schools. We covered this a little bit in the vlog, but it's kind of funny how all the schools are named. Klein has like Klein High School and Klein Forest and Klein Collins and Klein Kane. They basically just add a word after the word Klein for every new high school that they get. And then Spring's got about 5 high schools. One of them's a magnet school, so really 4 of the bigger schools. Now let's check out some of the cool amenities around Spring. So one thing that we'll show you in the vlog, I highly recommend checking out, but we'll show you a little bit here, is Old Town Spring. Now Old Town Spring is very old. I forget the exact date, but it's like 1850s old. So it's very, very, very old, but it's super cute. You've got a ton of cute shops here. They've got some really weird stores here too. They have like a doll restoration company, candy stores for the kids, coffee shops, antique stores, just a little bit of everything. But amazing barbecue, which we also check out in the vlog. But they've got a little bit of everything, but it's a really fun place to go hang out with the family. Old Town Spring has a bunch of festivals. It's very eclectic. You definitely feel like you're transported back in time. But it is one of the few remaining small Texas towns that has like a revived downtown area. So it makes it really cool, really fun for the family. We don't go there enough. I live like 15 minutes away, and I don't know why. We should probably go. I'll probably tell my wife. But yeah, we don't go check it out that often. But if you live in Spring, it's a cute, fun thing to do. Spring too is an area where it still is a small town if you want to participate in being part of the small town, but it is a big area. Now, Spring is divided by Spring Creek over here. So anything north of here, they don't really count this as Spring, even though it has Spring addresses as well. And then as far as amenities in Klein, there are a ton of parks, tons of sports fields in Klein. Whenever I grew up, I lived up in the Conroe Woodlands area over here, and we would actually commute towards the Klein area for a lot of our baseball games. So tons of sports fields. They've got Meyer Park. Let me pull that up. We checked that out in the vlog, but Meyer Park is massive. So it's right in the middle of Klein, and it really is huge. There's tons of football and soccer fields. See, they've got 24 fields, or 28 fields over here. So it's wild. Fishing pond. So really cool place to go out, and if you just want to go for a jog. But anyways, there are parks littered all throughout Klein. One thing I love about Klein is all of the schools are really close to the neighborhoods. So Klein is an area where once you're in Conroe in the Woodlands, you really feel like you're out in the suburbs. I will say Klein feels like you're a little closer into the city. Even though the neighborhoods are tucked away and there's not a bunch of through traffic, It still is more of like a grid system. You've got a lot of north-south, east-west roads. So anyways, I hope that gives you a good feel for that area. I will pull up the airport really quick and just show you what it would be like to commute to the different airports here. So we have 2 airports here in the Houston area. We've got Bush IAH, which is the Intercontinental Airport, and it is the larger of the 2 airports here. So commuting from Klein to the airport with no traffic, you're looking at about 35 minutes. So really not that bad. And then if we wanted to plug in Hobby, we would just plug in Hobby Airport. Hobby is pretty far. Hobby's on the complete other side of Houston. Hobby is the base for Southwest. So if you fly Southwest like me, you're kind of stuck driving down. Even though now they're actually flying a little bit out of IAH, but their flight options aren't that great. So, and then let's check out Spring, because the Spring commute is different. So Spring to Hobby, a little bit closer, 43 minutes, not as bad, and it's also gonna be closer to IAH. So let's check that out. Yeah, 20-minute drive, so really not that bad at all. Now let's talk a little bit more about what Spring has to offer. Spring it's a hub for a lot of big companies. So you've got Exxon's campus here. It's actually insane. Look at this photo. I can't even believe this building's real. But I've been over there. I've got friends that work at Exxon. The campuses here are second to none. I mean, they're crazy. They got Formula One cars in there. So you've got these massive campuses right in Spring. So if you look right here on the freeway, you've got ExxonMobil. You've got, you have Hewlett-Packard Enterprise, their, I guess, world or North American headquarters for Hewlett-Packard Enterprise is right here as well. And then you also have Southwestern Energy, which it's not coming up on the map, but it's right over here. So this is a huge hub of corporate campuses. And along with that comes a really cool new area. It's called City Center now, and actually City Place, I don't know. They just renamed it. It was Springwoods Village. But we covered that in the vlog. But it's let me see if I can pull it up. They've got a Star Cinema Grill over here that's super cool. You can eat, have cocktails, full service food. Yeah, look at this. See, a really cool movie theater. So yeah, it's hip, it's happening. They've got everything. They've got your Chipotle, your Starbucks. They've got a park. So this is kind of the newer area of Spring. So you got Old Town Spring, and then you've got this Springwood Village area, which I think is a really good new addition. And then once again, you know, if you live in Spring or Klein, a lot of people for like nicer restaurants, you're gonna go to the Woodlands anyways. And so you're just a 5 to 10 minute drive from Spring and maybe a 15, 20 minute drive from Klein over on into the Woodlands. So anyways, I hope this helps you guys out. Check out some of our other videos. We're gonna do pros and cons of Spring and Klein, so check that one out. We'll walk you through what we love, what we hate about the areas, and then obviously check out our vlog. That's gonna show you really everything that it has to offer. We talk about housing in the vlogs, and we really paint the full picture so that you can see online whether or not it's worth you coming here and checking it out. And as always, like we always say, if you are interested in moving to the Houston area, don't be shy. Give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us a quick email. That way we can help you make a smooth move right here to Houston, Texas. We'll see you guys in the next video.